I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any sleep tonight. I'm just fucking just flabbergasted. Completely, totally. I've been telling myself all week, leave her alone, leave her alone. Fuck, I don't even know why I unblocked her off of Facebook. Maybe because it's petty and pathetic to block an ex-girlfriend on Facebook when she hasn't done anything that deserves them being blocked. The only reason you block them is so you don't have to see them, you don't have to acknowledge them, you can pretend that they don't even exist. You don't have to see that they've gotten into relationships and moved on and you're just that fucking asshole that they wasted part of their life with. No. And then you're working, you go back to work. I'm finally back at work, and it's great to be back at work. I appreciate having that added distraction. It's great to go wake up at 5 a.m., work until 6 p.m., come home, eat, and then fall asleep because you're tired from work. I miss that schedule. It was a schedule that I'd become very accustomed to with my other jobs. Even if I don't work until 6 o'clock at night, if I get off at 2, I find myself having a nap in the day. Not because I'm completely exhausted from working. No, not that at all. It's just because I'm a tired old man, and having a mid-afternoon nap after doing some physical labor, or even just making some money and feeling as though you've accomplished your goals for the day, you can lay back, relax, and have some shut-eye. Why not? Help you catch up on some beauty sleep. God knows I need it. And so I was about to go to bed because it's a Wednesday night. It was a Wednesday night. And it was about 10 o'clock. And I think to myself, well, I should go to bed, get some good rest because I've been kind of groggy and irritable and angry at work. Mainly because my partner's a Nova Scotian piece of shit. Well, sorry, I don't want to reference him as a piece of shit. It's just he's lazy, and he's one of those individuals that cannot achieve anything in life without having some sort of direction given to them. He will stand there at the back of the truck and just stare at the truck, waiting for me to tell him what needs to be grabbed, what needs to be done. If I don't tell him, he will fucking stand there and aimlessly pretend like he's trying to figure out what needs to go. And I can't fucking stand that. I can't stand people that stand there and watch me work, waiting to ask me a question of what they should be doing. Fuck, today, this is a little bit off topic, but I gotta get it out of my chest anyways. I was working on a heat run, and he was working in a different part of the house. He comes over to a part of the house and he starts working on the same heat run I am. I looked over at him. I looked at him. I asked him, like, the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm like, no, are you done over there? He's like, well, I can't do this because this, and yeah, pretty much. I'm like, what about a dozen other things that you could be fucking doing other than fucking with the things that I am working on right now? He's like, yeah, I guess I could do that. And he went over on the other side of the house and did that. Because I gave him that direction. How fucking annoying. Oh, God. I look back at failed relationships and I think to myself, this is the complacency and the spite that starts to grow. Well, it's not because they need direction. It's because, as I said, complacency. You don't think of tempering yourself or what the hell, limiting how ignorant. No, just not being an asshole. I forget, don't be an asshole if I'm with someone long enough, or if I'm with someone from work, I don't give a fuck. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna lose this job because no one's gonna want to work with me because I'm a fucking asshole. But I don't give a shit. I get the goddamn job done. That doesn't mean shit anymore because you gotta get along with people. But I don't give a fuck. So 10 o'clock rolls around. I want to go to bed, and I get a message from my ex-girlfriend, and I fucking lose it. I don't mean like angry, mad, yelling, swearing, writing horrible things at her. I have a complete fucking meltdown. It was like a nuclear reactor that did not get enough water. It was Chernobyl. I fucking started crying. I lost my shit. And I started drinking heavily. Because I realized there's no fucking way I'm getting any sleep. Not in this frame of mind. And it was unsettling to go from perfectly fine, life is finally moving on, sure, I'm working in the south side and I drive by her house, I drive along the same route that I would take to get to her house. I finished a job, or my day a couple of days ago, and was leaving, got on the Henday, and I was thinking, okay, what's the most appropriate way to get to Roberta's? Wait, I'm not allowed there anymore. Well, not officially allowed there, but fuck, if you ask Ryan, it would seem as though it's enforced that I am banned from that house. Although I never did anything, I left on, this was the best terms I ever left on, but I don't want to cause complications and problems for him, so although he's never directly said it, I will respect his wishes to leave her alone. Leave them alone. Stay away. That's why I keep telling myself all throughout the week. You know, I unblock her off Facebook. I have the opportunity to check it out and this and that. And I'm like, no, leave her alone. Just leave her alone. It's over. It's not even that I think of looking in. It's just curiosity. I'm curious of how she's doing, what she's been up to. And you know what? It's none of my business. I have no, it's not a matter of rights. It's just fucking get over it. Move on. It just, let it go. Let it go. It's like a goddamn grudge, except it's a grudge of pathetic. And I was good. I was really good. I'm still good. I still haven't. The only thing I do is. Oh God, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna tell you. That's creepy. I'm not gonna tell you what I do. But I only do one thing, and it's completely indirect. And it doesn't fucking affect anyone or anything. It's my little thing that I have to do because I'm anal retentive in that way. It's like closing doors. Derek knows about that. I yelled at him one day because he didn't close the door. Fuck, my partner at work, he can't close the goddamn front door of the house. It is warm as shit in the house because they have a heater in there. And he'll leave the fucking door open in -20 with the wind just fucking howling through, blowing, making everything cold. I got my goddamn cell phone plugged into a radio because it's not really a radio, it's an iPod dock that doesn't get AM FM. So I got my phone plugged into the thing near the door because it's as close as or as far away from we can get from the generator to get power to it and all that. He leaves the goddamn door open, freezing my fucking phone, decreasing the battery life, damaging the goddamn thing. And I think to myself, are you born in a fucking barn, you Nova Scotian piece of shit? And then I relax and just think it doesn't matter. And you know what? I was thinking to myself after Roberta had the reason Roberta messaged me was because she's having how did she say, her World of Warcraft is crashing. For Christmas I bought her a GTX 570 1.2 gigabytes of DDR5 memory. Excuse me. And she was having massive problems with it because the aliasing on World of Warcraft really doesn't like going up to 16x, and it was just fucking crashing on her all the time when she was in her raids, and it's crashing on her again. And the way I fixed the problem before, I had scoured forum after forum after forum, and it's like, oh, anti-aliasing. I'm like, oh, I'll try that. So I turned that off, and it stopped the problem. But I don't know, maybe she jacked up the settings, maybe she updated the driver and resetted all the settings. Something along has changed, and now she's having these problems. So she asked me for some technical help. Go fucking figure. I've been away from tech support with people, well, direct tech support, open the fact that it's common knowledge I help people out with computer problems, except, and then Paul, jeez, I'm all over the fucking place today. Paul was like, hey, I need you to work on my laptop. I'm like, sure, give me a laptop. Still haven't seen it. Probably I'll never see that laptop. Whatever, I'll work on it. It'll be cool. And she's like, oh, I'm having these problems. Can you help me out? What happened? I'm like, okay, try this, try that, try this, try that. And while I'm doing this, I'm just fucking freaking out. And I was screaming and yelling and all this kind of shit. Not at her, just around the house. Beauty of living alone. You don't disturb anyone except yourself. But after a while, you get used to it, so whatever. And so, it's just, oh my God, I even yelled at one point, you know, I left you alone, I gave you space, I let you move on, leave me alone. God damn it, if interacting with you does this to me where I completely have a meltdown, then please, please leave me alone. I don't need that shit. Oh my fucking God. I'll try to have a more amusing one next time, where I'm a drunkard. Gin just doesn't fuck me up the same way whiskey does. I'll try to get one where I'm yelling and swearing a lot more. And good